was the first coffin was hung here.
Literally in the pitch dark for like 5 minutes straight.
This one, it's not drugs.
Does anyone know what all these red marks are on? Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today I am actually in the capital of the Philippines, which is known as Manila. I don't know if there's actually loads to do in Manila. I did go on a walking tour yesterday, which was really good, seeing like the history from the Spanish colonial era, and then I'm going to explore Chinatown as well. But tomorrow I'm actually going up north to basically a place called Sagada and then Banaue. So there's rice terraces up there, similar to the vibe of you maybe see in Bali, and they are a UNESCO World Heritage site and they look stunning. So I'm actually heading there tonight on a night bus. It takes like 11 hours. It leaves Manila at like 9 or 10 p.m. and you arrive in Sagada at like 8:30 in the morning. So I guess it saves you a night accommodation. But I thought it'd be really good to film this, see whether it's worthwhile going, show you the beautiful sights, and yeah, maybe give you some inspiration of like trips that you can do from Manila if you're maybe not so much into the busy city centre life. So yeah, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, I'll get on with the video. Thank you. It's currently 8:30 p.m. and I've just arrived at the bus station in Manila. I don't know if I explained earlier, but I'm getting the 9 p.m. bus from Manila to Sagada, which is about an 11-hour journey. So I'm leaving 9 p.m. tonight and I'm arriving at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow in Sagada. So I'll show you what the bus looks like. I'm hoping there's some good sleeping arrangements. So the time is currently 7:30 a.m. in the morning, so the bus took about an hour less than it was scheduled to, which is pretty good. I have just arrived at my accommodation for the night. It's called Isabello's Inn. I think I paid £10 for the night and it's just a single room, but it'll do the job. I'll show you what it looks like. So just a single bed. A wee desk. Looks like it's got a cool view. And then there are shared showers. So yeah, not the fanciest accommodation, but it'll do the job for one night. I am absolutely shattered though. The bus was on it's the windiest road ever here, and the bus kept stopping and turning on the lights when more people were getting on, so I had a really bad sleep. So I probably wouldn't recommend trying to have an overnight bus as your sleep. The chairs didn't really recline back either, so I guess it's like spending a night in an aeroplane seat or something like that. Also, they just blasted the air conditioning like full power on the bus, so it was absolutely freezing. So if you are doing something like this, make sure to bring like a jumper and proper trousers because it is really cold. But I am going to seize the day, see what I can get up to here. I'm going to go for a shower because I feel disgusting. Luckily my room is ready, so I've actually managed to check in at 7:30 in the morning for my booking this evening, so that's really good. So I'm able to get a shower, freshen up and get on with the day. So I'll check in at breakfast and when I've decided what to do for the day. Here's a list of everything that's available here. So there's lots of different walks, and basically they give you a guide fee, and then if you need to get a shuttle there, I guess whether it's nearby or not. But I think my plan for today is to go to the Echo Valley, so the second one on the list, and it's where the hanging coffins of Sagada are, which are these famous coffins that literally like hang on the side of the cliff, and it's meant to be important people are hung there for some kind of traditional spiritual reason, but I'll find out more on my tour. So I'm just going to the tourist centre right now where you get the tour from. That's me just finished at the Tourist Information Centre. You basically register there, I guess for safety precautions, and you have to pay £100 registration fee, which is about £1.50, and then there's a few different tour groups you can go to. You can just walk along the street and choose whatever one you want to go with to then take you on whatever tour. So I'm going to do the Echo Valley one. So that's £300 for a guide, which is about £5. So let's see what the hanging coffins are all about. Need to walk through a cemetery. Walking down to the coffins just now. I think it's about a 20-minute walk, and the views are lovely. Lots of steps. Woo. So you can also pay to do rock climbing, which costs £500, which is about £7 or £8, to go up and down as many times as you want.
That was the first coffin was hung here in 1945.
1945?
Yes, and the last one, this below Bumitog, 2010.
Yeah. That's us finished at the hanging coffins, and I've decided to extend the tour to a few different places. So I think we're going to a coffee plantation and an underground river and a waterfall, I think. So yeah, I guess it makes it more worthwhile rather than just seeing the one while we're already deep in the forest. The next stop is a coffee shop, Banaue coffee shop. They make the coffee here in the jungle fresh. It's apparently 80 pesos for one cup of coffee, which is about £1. Crossing a river right now. Pretty fast flowing, to be honest. Fully in the jungle. We have arrived at the next stop. It's called the Underground River Tunnel. So we're just walking into it right now. Apparently I might get my shoes wet, but I'm gonna try just step on rocks and keep them dry. And yes, I got my shoes wet. I'm sure they'll dry out quickly in the sun though. This is the tunnel. Apparently it's a 15-minute walk through the tunnel in the darkness. Better get my flashlight out. It's pitch dark. It's so dark in here, I can't see anything. That's us just coming out the cave. That was probably one of the scariest things I've done. Like, we were literally in the pitch dark for like 5 minutes straight. Usually you can at least see like a glimmer of light at the end of the tunnel, but this was complete darkness. I'm here on my own with the one tour guide. Like, obviously it's all legit and stuff, but oh my god, I was so scared and so relieved when I finally saw the light. I don't know if I explained earlier, but basically to go anywhere in Sagada you need to have a tour guide. So I'd originally booked to do a tour that cost 300 pesos, which is about £6, but I've upgraded to the 1,000 peso tour, which I think is about £15. So you don't just see the hanging coffins, you also get to go see that coffee shop, you get to see this long cave, you get to walk along like the jungle for a lot longer. So I thought that was much better value for money, and it's a private tour. It's literally me and the tour guide, and that's it. Don't wear trainers whatever you do. Next stop is a waterfall called Coron Falls, and again we're having to walk through the water, so even more reason to bring your flip-flops. The name of this waterfall is Coron Waterfalls. I just love the colour of the water. It's so blue and it's really powerful. I can see why you need a tour guide though, because we literally were walking in the middle of nowhere, like no path, anything. I would have got completely lost. So good job, I've got my tour guide with me. I love all the wee rocks that they stack on top of each other as well. If anyone knows the reason for it, can they let me know in the description, please? We found a painter's cabin, countryside. That was our last stop at the waterfall, and now we've got about a 30-minute hike back into town. So I'll introduce you to my tour guide. You want
Yeah, I'm Banaue. I guided him to the cave, to the small waterfalls.
Yes, you've been really good. How long have you been doing tours for?
Oh, just like that.
Long time.
Long time.
Long
Since
time.
I was young, 13-year-old.
Since you're 13 and you're now 50.
Yeah.
So 37 years you've been doing this?
Yes.
Wow.
Not all, not all. There's a time that I went to another kind of job, work.
That house was apparently lived in by the Rasta man, whoever that is. He was going to introduce me to him, but he is not in. But my tour guide's giving us a wee song. That's me back in my room after my tour. I am bloody knackered. I think we're away for about 3 hours, and when it's really warm, and we probably hiked for the full 3 hours basically. We were on the go. But yeah, the tour was really good. I would highly recommend if you are coming to Manila and want to go somewhere a bit different. So I'd definitely recommend coming to Sagada. It looks like they've got loads of different hikes that you could do. Like, I'm only here for one night, so I wouldn't have time to do them all, but I feel like that was a really good mix. Like, obviously you saw the famous hanging coffins, we went to a cute wee coffee shop, then I saw the underground cave and the waterfall, so I'd say that's pretty good for £15 for a one-on-one tour as well. I'm currently in a restaurant called Salt and Pepper for my lunch. I've ordered some chicken and rice, and the restaurant's got really cute, like rusticy, cowboy like details. I'll show you. Got an iced tea and chicken. Does anyone know what this fruit is called? Take a guess and see if you get it right. Good morning everyone. It is now the next day. I didn't film much last night because I basically chilled after that kind of 3-hour tour. I did go for dinner at a nice wee cute cabin place and spoke to some Filipino people, which was really nice, but I didn't bring my camera, so unfortunately I've not got anything to show you. But this morning I'm actually heading to the next town, so I'm in a place called Sagada right now and I'm getting a bus to a place called Banaue. I'm hoping that's how you pronounce it, but that's where the famous rice terraces are, which have been given UNESCO World Heritage. So my bus I think is at 2 o'clock, so I'm just going to wander around the town of Sagada and see if there's anything else worth seeing. But I did speak about this earlier in the video I think, there's so many hikes you can do around here. I was only here for roughly 2 days, so well, 1 full day yesterday and half a day today, so I've not gone on another hike because they're all quite long. But I was talking to someone at the hostel and they went on a big 15-kilometre hike yesterday to a waterfall and they said it was amazing. So if you're into kind of longer hikes, mountainous areas, nature, then this is definitely the place for you. But yes, I think the first stop's the bus stop to find out if I can buy a ticket, and I'm going to go see the church, so I'll take you along with me. This is what the main centre looks like. And I'm just walking down to the church just now. I've just secured my bus ticket, so it's actually the 2 PM bus and it cost me 350 pesos, which is about £5, so pretty cheap. Another, I guess, tourist attraction here that you can come to see is the St Mary's Episcopal Church. It's got some really nice kind of gothic detail, and there's a nice colourful feature there that you can see. So yeah, even the grounds are just lovely to walk around. You can see that they really look after this area. It says online it was built in 1904 and then it was destroyed quite badly during the war, so by the Americans apparently. They thought the Japanese were hiding in here and tried to attack, so yeah, but it's all been reconstructed to mirror what it was like before, and I'll take you inside to show you what it's like there. And this is the main entrance. Again, it's got that same colourful feature, and it's got some lovely stained glass inside. There's also some nice street art. Now time for some coffee. I've heard this place is really nice. I'm just having a wee coffee, a mocha latte, and watching the lovely view.
Later.
That's me, just got off the bus, and I think I'm in the most beautiful place I've ever been in my life. I was pronouncing it wrongly before. It's actually Banaue, not Banaue, which I was saying before. I think someone's firing a gun right now. bit dodge. Unfortunately it is raining, so hopefully I'll be able to show you the views better tomorrow when the weather's better, but I'll show you right now what I'm looking at. Good morning everyone, it is now the next day. I didn't film much last night. The bus didn't arrive in Banaue until maybe like 5 PM, so I just chilled and got some food and had an early night. I'm staying at a hotel, it's called the Banaue homestay. I've got just like a double room with a shared bathroom. I think again it was roughly about £10 a night, so super cheap, but I'll show you what it looks like. Just a double bed, and it's got a gorgeous view from the window. Wow. But today I am up super early and I've had my breakfast because I have booked to go on an all-day tour. The best rice terraces here, which the area is famous for, are called the Banaue rice terraces. I think they're about an hour drive away and then a bit of a hike. So we're doing that, and then we're going to a waterfall, and then we're maybe going to go to another rice terrace given the weather's okay, because the weather forecast says it's to be nice until lunchtime and then rain. So I don't really want to be going to the third place if it's pouring with rain, but I've got my rain jacket just in case. But yeah, hopefully it's a really good day. My tour guide's here, so I better go meet him and start my tour.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Part of it. That.
So that's the your natural chewing gum?
Yes, that's why people here are not smokers, but we are chewers. And this is the leaves that actually it's a peppermint leaves. This one I just wrap around like that.
Is it like nicotine?
No, the one it gives nicotine, it's the tobacco.
Yeah, but does it give similar effect?
Yeah, I put it in my mouth. This one, it's not drugs. This is a powdered lime, which is came from the snail that normally we used to take it from the river, the pointed snail, not the snail from the river, from the rice field.
So what is it?
Lime powder.
Lime powder?
Yeah, later on.
And what do you do with it?
This is the one material that it will burn all the stuff that I'm chewing. So that later on, once it will be grinded, it will produce red color.
And then you just chew it?
Yes. Until it will be grind.
This is my tour guide Jonathan, by the way. So the first stop we're at is a rice terrace called Guillaume. Wait, how do you say it?
Guillaume, yeah.
Guillaume. So there's actually two rice terraces here. This is owned by the village to the right, and this one's owned by the village in the distance. And Jonathan was telling me that the production is mainly for the consumption of the families that own the rice terraces, but they make their money doing other jobs throughout the rest of the time of the year, or by planting vegetables, carving, weaving, things like that. And the rice terraces is for their own consumption, and they can only harvest once a year here, and maybe like half of the rice terrace would provide enough for a full family for a year. But if the family owns less than that, then they'd need to purchase some the rest of the time. That's us arrived at the second stop on the tour, to the famous Banaue rice terraces. We've just been on a drive for maybe 1 hour, maybe less, and now we've got a bit of a walk, maybe 20 minutes to get to the village, and this is what it looks like. So this is the Batad rice terraces. They're flooded with water right now and muddy because they're preparing to plant them in December time. So they won't be green until they are planted and growing. We're currently walking to the main village, which is right in the middle of the rice fields. Looks crazy, but Jonathan was saying that it's the population's expanding, so they're having to build more houses like on the side of the hill. So I'll show you what that looks like when we get there. We're just walking through the jungle right now, I guess. So this is the traditional house. You can see here it's on stilts and they sleep in here and they can dry the rice out in the compartment up the top. This is the older style house, whereas more of the younger generations are staying in these more modern houses. So here's the main Batad rice terraces. This is called the amphitheatre viewpoint because you can see, I guess, all of them in one view. Wow. We're just walking through the rice terraces right now. There's like a path, I guess, at the edge of them. If you're scared of heights, I maybe wouldn't walk. This is the situation. So we're really high up right now. Jonathan was saying they only harvest once per year here because it's all natural, whereas in the lowlands they can do it up to 3 times a year because they're using more fertiliser and the ground's flat, so they can use machinery, whereas it's all completely done by hand here. So it takes roughly 6 months to work the land and harvest. This is what the rice looks like. It grows tall and then they harvest it once it turns brown. So maybe in 1 month this will be ready to be harvested. We're now heading to the Tapia waterfall. It's about an 1.5 hour hike from the rice terraces and it's so steep. So look at that. Beautiful! Has arrived at the Tapia Falls. I am sweating buckets, so excuse the state of me, but this place is crazy. This waterfall's huge and bright green and just looks so beautiful. I've taken some footage from afar, but we're just walking down to it right now. Hopefully you can hear me, but behind me is the Tapia waterfall. It's so beautiful. It's kind of similar vibes to the Casaroro waterfall in Dumaguete in the Philippines as well, that kind of green water and the size of it and stuff. I'll turn around and show you what it looks like. I don't know if you can see all the like mist that's coming from it. That's us finished at the waterfall and we're now heading back to the rice terraces. We've got all of this to climb again, all the way up to the top. Probably like 1,000 steps or something crazy. So the legs are going to be feeling it tomorrow, I'm guessing. That's us back at the rice terraces now and we're going to walk through the middle this time and head back over there to where we started. Dying. So that's all the rice they've harvested this year. They're putting it out in the sun to dry. That's me made it back to the top and I'm bright red. I think that was like 4 hours or something we were hiking, so you definitely need to have a good breakfast beforehand. There's nothing better than an ice cold Coca-Cola after hiking for that long. I'm just about to get some food and then we're going to head to another rice terrace if the weather stays okay. But I'll show you the viewpoint from up the top. Got some chicken adobo. And we've made it back to the top, 12,000 steps later. Going to get on our wee tricycle and head to the next place. I'm bloody knackered. And the last stop on the tour is to another rice terrace. This one's called Banaue. I think that's how you pronounce it. And this is the second UNESCO World Heritage site. The first one, Batad, which we saw, and then this is the second one. Jonathan was saying there are quite a lot of rice terraces here, but not all of them are UNESCO World Heritage because they're not still working, whereas these ones are all still working. Like, you can see lots of people in the field working the land. So beautiful. That's us finished our tour for the day. Jonathan was a great tour guide.
Hello, welcome to Banaue, and nice being in here in our place.
Yes.
So I hope you will come back again with friends and family.
Yes, and anyone watching should come visit as well, shouldn't they?
Oh yeah, yes.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you. I don't think I'd mentioned earlier anything to do with the cost of that tour that I did today, so I thought I'd better explain. So for everything in total it was 3,000 pesos, which translates to about £45 British money. It might seem a bit more expensive, but there's basically no tourists here at all right now, so that was like a private tour. Whereas if you're like with a group of people or there's more people at the hostel that you're staying at, then you'd easily be able to bring that price down by splitting it between more people. But I'm literally the only tourist here at all, so I had to pay that price. And you do get a lot for your money. Like, we left at 7:30 this morning and we didn't get back till about 4 PM, so it was a full day, all transport. Like, we got to see the most beautiful places, so it's definitely worthwhile. There is also the option to trek yourself, but it was quite a long trek and a bit dodgy at parts, so I definitely wouldn't recommend doing that unless you're like a very experienced hiker and know where you're going and stuff like that, and obviously having a local tour guide to get to give you all the information. But yeah, that was such a good day out. I'm so glad that I decided to come north in the Philippines. I feel like most people all end up going south to like the islands, which are beautiful in themselves as well, but this is so nice, this mountainous area, and I guess it's nice, like, it's not that touristy. When somewhere is really touristy, it kind of almost takes away from it, so that's really nice. So maybe this will inspire you next time you're in the Philippines to head north instead of south. And yeah, I've got one more day here tomorrow before I head back to Manila. I think I'm going to try and see some more rice terraces, so I'll take you along tomorrow and then that'll be the end of the video. So yeah, I'll talk to you in the morning. Thank you. Good morning everyone. It is now the next day. I was up super early today as well because the animals like to be really noisy outside my window. But yes, today is the last day in Banaue, unfortunately. The plan for today is to go to a different rice terrace, so to go to the actual Banaue rice terraces, which is the name of the town that I'm staying at. So that's where I am currently walking to right now. It's roughly a 30-minute walk from where I'm staying in the town centre to the viewpoint to see these lovely terraces, which also have been given UNESCO World Heritage. So yeah, hopefully they're just as nice as the ones I saw yesterday. When I was getting the bus here from Sagada, I did kind of see them from the bus, but it's much better to obviously stop and properly see them. So I might sound a bit out of breath because it's a complete uphill walk to the viewpoint. So yeah, I'll catch you at the viewpoint. And I have arrived at the lovely viewpoint, the Banaue viewpoint. I'll show you what it looks like. It is a bit cloudy, so I'm hoping it doesn't take away from the scenery. I honestly can't get over how beautiful this place is. When I'd originally researched the Philippines, I hadn't really considered going north of Manila. I feel like everyone goes to the islands and the beaches and all of that was beautiful, but I'm so glad I came up here. I am literally the only tourist, there's no one here at all. So I know it is off season right now, so hence it has been quiet in other places. But I feel like more people need to come see this because it is so beautiful, so natural. These steep rice formations on these steep mountainous hills are just so amazing. It's crazy how they build all the buildings on the side of the hill as well. On the way up I did pass a few cafes that looked really nice, so I'm going to stop there. I'm going to head back down, stop at one of the cafes, get a wee coffee and chill watching the beautiful view. This is the cafe that looked really busy earlier, Zoe's Cafe, so I'm going to check that out, and the viewpoint looks lovely as well. Fresh banana milkshake with a view. There's this cute wee woman here who's dressed in all the traditional attire. She looks really old. I'll try to give you a quick sneak peek of what she looks like. Does anyone know what all these red marks are on the ground? No, it is not blood. It's actually, earlier in the video when I was with my tour guide and he was chewing that stuff, the stuff that he was chewing is called betel nut. I've noticed it from previous when I was travelling in Thailand. The long-necked Karen tribe all had red stained teeth, and it was betel nut they were chewing, and it seems like everyone up here's chewing it as well. Anywhere you go, my tour guide yesterday just constantly kept putting new betel nut in his mouth, and it causes them to spit a lot, which is what all the red marks on the ground are that look like blood. I did have my tour guide said that it's their equivalent of tobacco, but it kind of looks like it's not the healthiest, but I guess neither's tobacco either. That's me back from my walk now, and I'm just going to chill for a few hours before I get the bus back to Manila. The bus is only once or twice a day, so it's at 4:30 p.m. and then you arrive in Manila at 3 a.m. in the morning, so that'll be fun. But I think I'm just going to bring the video to a close here because you've already seen the bus journey on the way here, so there's nothing new. But yeah, hopefully you liked this video. Hopefully it's given you some inspiration to venture north of Manila if you're ever in the Philippines. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thank you, bye!